Welcome to another episode of Bargain Saturdays, and I also decided to take a look at Jurassic Galaxy a while back. Yeah, I picked this one up from Walmart for $5, and those were $5 that could have been better spent on some movies at Dollar Tree, because even if those were bad, they still would have cost me 1/5 of what this one did. But yeah, like the only thing I found enjoyable with this film is just how laughably bad some of the effects are, because you'd expect better CGI for when this movie came out, because this one came out in like 2015, or was it 2018? This one's a much newer title than some others, and you have some just really bad compositing of shots with the CGI, like so bad it's just hilarious, but yeah, that's the only thing the film has going for it. There's just so many other things about it that just made me question what they were thinking for the plot. Like, they'll talk about how the planet, is obviously uninhabited, but we see roads and graffiti at points in the movie, which seems to indicate, that there's some sort of civilization around here. Or at the very least, there was a civilization around here, so where are all the people now? So we have a dumb line that makes no sense based on what we see in the movie. Another thing that makes no sense in the movie is the planet itself. I mean, it makes people apparently all hyper-aggressive and stop trusting each other and turns them into cannibals. But why? Another thing that's done with the planet is everything we see on it is a carnivore. It's all carnivorous dinosaurs, whether it be pterodactyls that scavenge corpses, or velociraptors that hunt in packs, or T-Rexes running around by themselves, or sometimes in groups because, why not? But, they mentioned Jurassic World on the cover here. In Jurassic World, you usually meet some of the gentle giants first, Where are all those at? Like, there should be at least a few of them running around to inspire, awe in the group when they first land. And then it turns to terror as they further explore and start running into carnivorous dinosaurs on their way to the escape pod. And the escape pod itself is dumb because it only has room for one passenger. And this was a small ship of, had a crew of, 8 people, or I guess I should say it had a crew of, 2 people, and then could carry some passengers. You're wondering just, why is the escape pod, only carry one person? I realize it's not going to have as much room as the original ship, but you think it'd be able to fit at least 2 or 3 people on it. It just makes for an excuse for why the movie has to end with the pregnant woman getting on that escape pod and everyone else dies. Yeah, spoilers. Everyone basically dies in this movie because they get eaten by dinosaurs. It just makes for a movie that just is both predictable, boring, and only has laughable points when you see the CGI effects. So it's not really worth your $5. I mean, maybe you find it for $1 or something, you can watch it for some lulls at the bad CGI, but outside of that, you're probably going to be bored out of your mind as you're waiting for, more bad CGI effects to pop up and do something, because there's long stretches where nothing really happens. Until next time, then. See ya.